Hi everyone, my name is Jody Williams and I'm doing a brand analysis on the brand GoPro for Communications 333. GoPro came onto the market in the early 2000s and was an early market leader in the world of portable cameras. The product appeal in these cameras is that they're indestructible. They're meant to take a beating. They're waterproof and they produce insanely good quality photos and video. They are easy to use and they are compact with the ability to mount to just about anything or anyone. Owners of these sweet little cameras can immediately upload videos and pictures to their own computers or go to the GoPro app where they can be organized, put to music, and edited. In this analysis, we will look at 5 different GoPro advertisements, talk about who the target audience is and why, what the medium is and how the medium impacts the message, and if the persuasive tactics are verbal or nonverbal. This is GoPro's spread in Outdoor Magazine. You might recognize the man on the cover here. His name is Robert August, and he was a famous surfer in the 1960s, and he was featured in a very popular movie called Endless Summer, where they followed him around as he searched all over the world for the perfect wave. The target audience here is going to be anybody that surfs, whether it was in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or today. And the motivational appeal is emotional because it's a nostalgic movie, and this is a nostalgic photo. The persuasive tactic is nonverbal. One really unique thing that GoPro does is they upload real documentary-style videos to YouTube, and these are real people doing real things in some of the most beautiful places in the world. This is an example of that. This is a YouTube video of a climber in Iceland, and it's going to obviously, target people that like adventure sports. And the motivational appeals don't really fit into, the appeals that our textbook talks about of warmth, shame, sex, patriotism. But our textbook tells us that there's a multitude of different types of motivation appeals and that they can't all be defined in one textbook. So I'm going to go ahead and make up my own appeal here, and I'm going to call this the adventure appeal. Many of us are drawn to watching people do amazing things. This is a motivational appeal because it's working to drive us to do something. Some GoPro ads are created by real people doing real things that, some of us are lucky enough to experience, but most of us aren't. Seeing people do things like this motivate us to be more adventurous and might motivate us to buy a camera. So this is GoPro kind of using the same motivational appeals as before, but now they're doing it through commercials. They started early on using YouTube videos and magazine articles, and then in, I think it's 2012, they did their first Super Bowl commercial, and this is that commercial. So the target audience is obviously going to be bigger because it's going to work to target people watching the Super Bowl. But the motivational appeals are the same, and the persuasive tactics are verbal and nonverbal. This is a photo advertisement for the GoPro Hero 5 camera. For years, GoPro's collaborated with companies like Red Bull to provide video of extreme sports athletes doing things like surfing, kayaking, snowboarding, you name it. But GoPro's switching some of their advertising to appeal to us, families, people with kids, because what we really want to do with these cameras is strap them to our kids and watch them go Easter egg hunting or take a swim lesson or ski for the first time. The target audience is changing and the motivational appeal is changing. Instead of adventure seekers with adventure motivational appeals, now we have an emotional appeal because now we're getting to see pictures of our children. The persuasive tactic in this particular picture is going to be nonverbal. So this is another Super Bowl commercial that was featured in 2016. This commercial really does a good job of tackling a ton of motivational appeals to include adventure, emotional, humor, warmth. It's nice and short, and the persuasive tactics are both verbal and nonverbal.
Aye, oh, let's go. Aye, oh, let's go. Running in the back seat, the generous leading, the face in the back seat, let's speak up. Aye, oh, let's go. Shooting in the back now.
These ads are effective because they speak to the hobbies we enjoy or the hobbies we wish we could enjoy, while also showing the practical application of having such a device. Have any of these ads caused harm to GoPro's reputation? No. What would I change about their approaches to ads in the future and why? If I was going to add anything to improve future advertisements, I would work with the military to show how they use cameras to create appeal within the military spec ops community. The military's been using these cameras forever. They have amazing footage that would most certainly appeal to the patriots in this country. Our class discussions materials suggest that even brief exposure to a patriotic emblem can be very persuasive. So I think that could be helpful. That's all I got. Thank you very much.